Hey, well, being able to come back live, I hope my phone isn't buffering or hope everything is fine. If you can hear me properly. And if you can't hear me, family, let me know. Hope everybody cool. Wait a couple of minutes, family. Um, you see the title? DG, what it do? Minnesota in the house. No doubt. We're going to get a little information tonight, DG. You dig? And there's going to be some cool information, man, that's going to put a lot of stuff in perspective. You dig? Um, shit, everything good, man. How you doing up there, man? What's the weather like up there in the Minnesota area? No doubt, no doubt. Down here in A-Sound too, man. Same flavor, neighbor. You dig? I want to come with this one tonight because, you know, it's just a great time right now, family, to uh, stack those chips. Okay? But like I say, if you're still in the game, if you're still in the stock market, if you're still investing, get that money. Okay? Connecticut. Come on, thunder and lightning. Glad you're in the garden, nevertheless. And I see you, Jasmine. Um, I'm going to come with this one today because this is going to be real informative. And this is going to be here that, come on, DG. You know how I do. I, you know, I'm going to be talking about that. God, if you like the shirt, God, this is my own, this is me. You know what I mean? And I got cards and whatnot, family, because I want to spread this knowledge, uh, you know, because I feel it's important. You dig? So, if you like, this is, I just, I picked this one up. My homeboy, actually, I'm not a computer guy, right? And so, I told him I want to get a little logo. I want to do some shirts. I'm a coach. And, why represent, why not represent the garden? You dig? And so, when I'm in the garden, I want to make sure I'm representing the family. I want to represent the garden. So, tonight going to be pretty cool, family, because if you just started this investment game, right? And you stacking your chips, you saving your money. Come on, I got you. I got you. All right? I'm gonna put some information out there. Did you know I got you? Uh, what I want to talk about tonight, family, is 3 things that you need to know, okay, when you start investing. And I promise you, family, right now, they still talking about how great this economy is, right? But when you understand market capitalization to GDP, gross domestic product, we talked about them in previous videos, family, and people not buying cars like that. People not buying houses like that. Retail sales are down. All right? People right now, are stacking money, trying to save because they see when they go to the stores how the prices are higher than they used to be. Even though the Federal Reserve said that we're not even at the 2% inflation target that they want to be. Okay? So that tells you right there the price is going to go even higher. And so people are not buying. And so that means GDP is contracting. So how do you justify the stock market being so high? You dig? So right now the market capitalizations of GDP is 134%. This is a indicator that has been used for many, many years to let you know when to get in the market and when to sit on the sidelines. See, right now, I'm on the sidelines. And family, remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. But I'm not telling you something that I'm not doing, okay? Why would I go and spend $100 on some shoes when I can chill and get them for 30? Okay? And so that's what I'm doing, right? So I'm paying myself first and I'm waiting in the sidelines because remember, this great economy that they say is great. Look in your neighborhoods. Look at Walmart and see how many less workers are working and how much more work you have to do. You know what I'm talking about? I was in Walmart the other day. I'm like, come on, Walmart, HEB. I'm like, come on, really? So this great economy, you can't tell me this economy is great when I seen 20 to 25 more workers working at Walmart last year than now. So let's keep things in perspective. And when you understand money, you have to understand these three things before you start investing. And the first thing, family, is understanding what a balance sheet is. No doubt, James. I gotta share this. I'm in Walmart and I'm trying to do the self-checkout. I was in there for 20 minutes because it kept messing up and I had to wait till somebody come and, redo the thing. Come on, man, really? And I'm sitting up and tripping because it's like a long line, not a line being serviced by an individual person, but a long line waiting till us, me, and everybody else figure out how to use these things properly. I intentionally go to the grocery store and buy less items so I have to just, scan less items. Fruit, vegetables, forget about it. I just go to Whole Foods market to get my fruit because trying to do that at Walmart or HEB, come on, really? But I digress. I'm sorry, family. That balance sheet is important. Like I said, the topic of the video is 3 things that you need to know before you start investing. Okay? And the first thing, family, is a balance sheet. Every company balance sheet. Let me see what's in the house right now. Yep. Family, I'm on my cell phone. And so the comments came and went. And Asha, I'm sorry I didn't get to read that because I wanted to respond to that. I want to read that whole comment. Hopefully it come back. But I think you said something about your company just got bought by another company. That's what they call an M&A, a merger acquisition situation. Now, something like that happening, you can avoid that if you understand this first thing, the balance sheet of the company that you're investing in. Family, look at a company's balance sheet because the balance sheet is going to tell you how much money this company has. All right? And what the balance sheet not only tells you how much money the company has, but also how much money the company spends or how much money the company owes in liabilities. Learn to read a balance sheet. Okay? And the first thing on the balance sheet, family, you're going to see what they have on it says cash and cash equivalents. If you're investing in a company, make sure that company has cash and cash equivalents, a lot of cash. Okay? And when you look down that balance sheet, the top of the balance sheet has the assets. Then the bottom of the balance sheet has the liabilities. But it's broken up into 2 parts. Okay? Like how we get paid every 2 weeks. You have a budget every 2 weeks. So your current assets and liabilities will be that first check. Well, a company's current assets and liabilities is the first part of that balance sheet. And then it tells you how much current assets this company has and how much current liabilities it has. There's something, family, called a current ratio. And what the current ratio is it tells you how much more cash a company has against its liabilities, against the money it has to go out. You want a company that has a 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 4-to-1 current ratio, because that tells you that if they get into any type of financial situation, they have the money to take care of that. That's why when you look at a balance sheet, you want to look at cash and cash equivalents. And one good resource, family, you can go and just kind of practice this is go to Yahoo Finance. And if you go to Yahoo Finance, it has the whole screen right there, the home screen of Yahoo Finance. And in the top right corner there, it has a search button. Hold up, fam. Let me get it to action. Family, action. A good book, Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. Okay? And hold on, let me get to my library right quick. And I've also recommended this one right here, Value Investing Today. Let me move my hand. Okay, that one there. As well as The Motley Fool Investment Guide. Okay? Now, from a old school perspective, just kind of understanding money, I would definitely suggest you read The Richest Man in Babylon. Okay? But I digress. Let me get back to this balance sheet. Go to Yahoo Finance, yahoofinance.com. And when you go to yahoofinance.com, no doubt, Asher, when you go to yahoo.com and you go to that search engine up there at the top right, you can type in any company. And what's going to happen is it's going to bring up all that information of that company, right? And they're going to have different type of sectors, summary, financials, charts. You just go to financials. And you click on financials, and it's going to give you the financial statement as well as the balance sheet. Okay? And not only that, you can go to Bloomberg Finance. You can also go to Zacks Investments. And you go to SEC.gov. If you want to just get the real deal Holyfield information, go to SEC.gov. And SEC.gov, every company that's on the stock market that you're investing in, that you want to invest in, you can just go ahead and go to SEC.gov and they pull up all the information. And what they're going to show you is the quarterly statements, balance sheets, all of that. Would you ever want to just give your money away to somebody and you don't know nothing about them? They just tell you, hey man, give me $1,000 and I promise you I'm going to give you $2,000 in return. And you don't know nothing about this cat? Don't do it. You can go and find that information, family. I use Webull, no doubt. That's what's up. Family, the information is out there. But use it. You got a lot of resources out there. Don't ever, ever, ever invest in a company without finding out how much change they got. All right? Back to the balance sheet. And so like I say, family, when you look at a balance sheet and you look at the cash and they're going to have all the assets at the front. And quiet as a cat, let me digress. You need to do that yourself. Create your own balance sheet for your own monies. Remember, everybody that's working right now, you have an earned income. And that earned income is coming every 2 weeks or every month. You need to have, a balance sheet so you know exactly how much money is going out and how much money is coming in. Okay? Every company does that. On a micro scale, that's what it's all about. Okay? Every company has this. They have monies that they have, and they have monies that they spend. And this is information that you need to make sure you know. You don't ever want to go by what somebody else tells you to do. Okay? So the second half of the first thing you need to know is, of course, now, what is the entire liabilities of the company and what is the entire assets of the company? Remember, if we backtrack to the current ratio, you want to make sure that a company's current ratio and its current liabilities, the assets is like 2 to 1 of the liabilities, or 3 to 1, or 4 to 1. You want to make sure a company currently has way more money than liabilities. Okay? You can feel good about that. But then let's look at the entire picture. Look at the entire balance sheet, and then it gives you everything about that company. You dig? And so now you're looking at the liabilities. Who they, how much they owe, and how long it's going to take you to pay them. Because why am I going to invest in you when you owe so much for so long? So you should never have an excuse in investing in a company and saying, well, I didn't know. No, you should know because you have the balance sheet, SEC.gov, or if you're investing in a company, you go directly to their website and give me your information. But see, 90% of people that do this don't do that because you have to be diligent. If you can learn about who's in first place in the NFL and the NBA and you playing video games, not that there's anything wrong with it, but let's look at things from an intellectual standpoint. Come on, man, protect your money. Okay? So look into a company's guts. How much money you have, how much money you're giving out. And that's transparent. Why do you think the rich doesn't feel bad about poor people? Because they know this information is right there. It's transparent. But see, also too, if you're not given this information, how you gonna know about this information? You dig? All right? So that's the first thing, family. A company's balance sheet. How much money they have and how much money they're giving out. And you can look at that, family, on yahoo.com, yahoofinance.com, Bloomberg's, Webull, like one of my family members said, as well as Zacks Investments. Just type it in, Google it, okay? But go to reputable sites. And the most reputable site, like I mentioned before, is sec.gov, which is the Securities Exchange, okay, Commission, which is over all the companies. How do you think they find out if you inside trading? Because they have to report how much money they have every quarter. And what is a quarter? Every 3 months, all right? Second thing, how much money do the company make in earnings, all right? And this is something, family, that a company has to report every quarter. Now, right now, you have companies like Intel, which I feel is a good company, but they have earnings coming up pretty soon. And let's say that Intel, which the pundits and all the academic, not the academic, but all the financial people say they need to have, or they need to be earning this much per share every quarter. Well, if Intel, hold up, let me get into it. I missed it. If Intel didn't earn this much money this quarter, most investors will sell their stock, okay? Because they know the price is going to contract, okay? So one thing you need to know about a company is also its earnings report, okay? This video, family, is for investors, but it's something you need to know. You dig? No doubt, no doubt. But DG, the dollar is still stronger than all the other currencies. It's still stronger than all the currencies, and I think my man ain't gonna change his name. Okay, I can dig it. But the dollar is still stronger than all the currencies. And how do I know that? I mean, overseas, a Big Mac costs what? $8. You know, how much it costs over here? $4, $5? So the dollar is still stronger than the money over there. You dig? So it's like, you know, it's crazy. Because everybody falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Wow. American Express is not being accepted in some stores. Hey, I mean, family, what do you think about this Facebook and this Libra? DG, it gonna happen, brother. Sit back in the cut, play yourself first, and sit back and chill. I'm telling you, this is the same thing that happened back in 2007. No, it ain't. But see, family, and that's the thing I need to make sure I say before. Don't ever invest money that you can't afford to lose. I'm not into gambling. You did? So if you're skeptical about investing, then you need to go the safe approach, which is just put your money in a saving account, which you're going to lose more money. Okay? I mean, you're not going to, I'm telling you, in my last video, I talked about three streams of income, family. Earned income, portfolio income, and passive income. I mean, if you're going to do the portfolio income, which this video basically basing it on, three things you need to know is, first, the balance sheet. You need to learn how to read a balance sheet, how much money a company has. The earnings per share every quarter that a company has, right? And do the research. You can also get that from SEC.gov. Do the research. And so what you need to do is, once you do the research on the earnings of a company, go back 5 years and then see what the projected earnings are. It's not an accident that the top 20% of America owns 80% of the wealth, because they doing this, or they paying people to do this. I do this for free. Jasmine doing her hair and listening. Okay? So it's like, this is easy information. You can just type this in. All right? And like I said, the last thing, pay yourself first. All right? So, learn how to read a balance sheet, family. The current ratio of companies based on its current liabilities, and then the overall picture of how much money a company has. Because remember, the balance sheet is the backbone of a company. Look at yourself. You bring $1,500 in every 2 weeks, or $5,000 in every 2 weeks. Some of that money is going out. But how much of that money is actually making money? Every company has that information. All right? So if I want to come back with a quick video about 3 things that you need to know before you invest in. The balance sheet of a company. How much the company is earning. It's called the earnings report, which they have every 3 months. Okay? And then, of course, pay yourself first. Because you can't even start to invest if you don't pay yourself first. All right? And DJ, I got you on the t-shirt, family. Well, I'm going to get up on out of here. Thanks for joining me, family. In the meantime, between time. That's my jam right there. Is 01 on the back. Oh, man. I need to put that on there, man. No, I ain't got none on the back, yo. I need to put that 01 on there. Wow. I like that, DG. I like that. Okay. All right. I'll tell you what, family. If you like the t-shirt, we'll talk about that there. All right? Well, family, in the meantime, between time, appreciate it, Minnesota in the house. Jasmine, go ahead and get your twist up, okay? And D. Willis Audi, 5,000. No doubt. Dukes of Hazzard. And I'm out.